Time to talk about Power Rangers SPD. I was a huge fan of SPD growing up. One reason was because of Jack. Come on, Jack is one of the best characters of SPD and of all of Power Rangers. Don't get me wrong, the whole ensemble of hero casts, from the main five to Cat Manx to Doggy Kruger, and even Boom, all of them are such wonderful additions to Power Rangers SPD. And that's what makes Power Rangers SPD so unique. It's not only the main five that carry the story, it's also the other characters that are involved. We have their mentor Doggy Kruger, who's one of the most active mentors of Power Rangers, and in my opinion one of the best, and if not the best mentor of Power Rangers. Now granted, that's just my opinion. Now he does have his moments of flawness, but for not without good reason. He may not reacted properly or in the right way, but he still had, at least a good reason for acting the way he was acting. This was someone who had just lost his people and his wife, who was carrying basically the survivor's guilt on his back. And now that his main nemesis is back and trying to wreak havoc on his new life, of course he's gonna have battle scars. And just the story of SPD overall, and how the culmination of characters basically were made to come together. No matter which point in life these characters had started from, at least when we started watching the series, they all had some ties to SPD. And seeing that story culminate from beginning to end was just so wonderful and fun. Now in the villain department, it was very subpar to okay. Grum was a decent villain, but there were better villains that came before him. One thing I will say that Power Rangers SPD did a little bit better than Time Force was at least give the main five Rangers some screen time and some moments to flesh out each character. Now in Time Force there were episodes dedicated to the Rangers and their specific characters, but there were some filler episodes, or at least one in specific, talking about that Katie filler episode. I felt SPD at least executed writing the Rangers just a little bit better. Now in the villain department, Time Force just exceeds SPD by a lot. I only made the comparison because, at least in my opinion, those are the two best written Power Rangers series so far in this review series that I'm doing. So if you're a fan of Power Rangers, no matter what season, and you haven't seen Power Rangers SPD, this is a series I definitely recommend. This is one of those series that has so many different tones and subjects that it tackles, not just the simple good versus evil. So next up is Mystic Force.